They at the one by PD.
Yeah.
This bitch it right here. What the fuck?
You gotta grab this bitch, bro.
This bitch so heat. When they added this one in there.
Yeah, but
This late.
tank too, man. It'll break this thing.
For real? How long they put it in there for? It's been in there? Okay, grab this. You can see that. Oh, that bitch say SRT on the side. For real? Let's see for sure.
Let me park this shit right so niggas don't.
Yeah, you know.
What are they talking?
No, let me search you again. Back up, bro.
They blowing in that bitch?
Alright, you wanna get searched, bro? Come here.
No, search me, gang. Search me right here.
Look, everybody back up. You all gotta get searched. Make a motherfucking line or something. Make this shit a little easier.
Back up.
I'm gonna make a line right here.
Sir, stop pushing me, sir.
I'm trying to get next to you.
Not you, not you, the one with the cornrows.
Alright, you good, Bill.
Hey, we're right here. We're in this line.
Yep.
You
We're in this line.
Can I go past you guys? I just got searched.
You gotta
Hey,
search you
sir.
again. Hold on.
Who's he stuck in there?
Nobody out. What the hell are we doing?
He talking to
Bitch,
you.
give me up
Don't
out
open
of
that
here,
door.
bro.
Don't open that door. Don't open that door.
Oh, give me this goddamn knife, motherfucker.
Oh, why I just pull up and
You said don't open no door. Bitch.
Oh, you
Bitch
good.
ass nigga. Bitch, y'all just did that to my cousin, no ass nigga. What up?
The fuck?
Ooh, off of me.
Oh, he trying to grab bro.
Hey, back up.
I think Joe Dirt found bad.
Back up, bro.
Bro, watch out, man. Great ass nigga. Who killed him in there? Joe Dirt killed him? Why? I bet you that.
Let me give it to the grand. Let me give it to Grandpa, and then
that shit.
he gonna because he gonna.
You said he go what?
Who running in?
Hey, why he just running here? Grab the tank top.
motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker.
Shut the hell up,
Get real
crybaby.
search,
Y'all done searched niggas already, gang.
Crying about what?
Saying
Shut
look.
up.
Bro, already searched. What you want? You just seen him in this bitch, gang.
Man, you
search-
already seen me in this bitch.
Hey, black.
All right, search everybody here.
Knocking niggas out.
Bro,
Bro,
you just
why would
searched
come
me
to a
twice,
party
bro.
and
What
shit
the
on
fuck?
us, gang?
Somebody.
It's the 6th time they searched me.
Alright, you good, motherfucker.
I keep telling y'all that. Calm the
Everyone,
fuck down.
everyone get researched. Goddamn, there's nothing against you.
Bro, who go do something in the courtroom? What they do
Feel
that
me,
at?
though?
Like, come on.
Man, you'll be
see as
surprised.
hell.
Shit.
Lock this
You
door.
just had a goddamn knife, motherfucker.
No, they ass ain't never been in court before.
You just had a
Free as
goddamn
hell.
knife,
I'm free as
motherfucker.
hell in this bitch, though.
Yeah, motherfucker. But look, you just came here with a goddamn knife.
Who?
Shit. You.
I came in here with a knife.
Yes, you had. You want to see the one you had on you? I got it in my
knife on
goddamn pocket. 37 durability. Yes, sir.
Oh, I ain't see that shit in my pocket. That's why. That shit was
And,
probably,
see?
where you see that all the way at the bottom, right?
It was goddamn in your sock.
Okay then, exactly. I
No,
ain't
but
even
look.
know. I,
It's nothing-
you feel
it's
me?
nothing
I'll
against
take
y'all.
that. Yeah, I'll take that because I ain't
That's
know.
That's why we double search. That's
Alright,
for a
bet,
thorough
gang.
search.
I'm good now, right?
That's all. Yeah, you good, so yes,
Alright,
sir.
bet. Good looking, bro.
having you sit here, but it's cool. I'm gonna let it roll. This whole place is fucked up, so it's all good. We gonna let it slide. Fucked up by putting the pants on this morning. I ain't fucked up at all. Well, I went all the way to safari. I went hunting in the safari. I had to
niggas
chase me
stay
down a
searching,
cheetah, and I
damn.
skinned it.
Damn.
Get over it.
Everybody getting
They
research.
searching
Bro,
everybody.
you just
They
searched
searching
us,
everybody.
bro.
That
Fuck
simple.
you
Get over it.
on?
Place off your phone.
I don't
What
care
we
if you
on?
got
We on
search,
some
you're getting
PD
searched
shit. That's
again.
what we on. What you on? That nigga act like we gonna make something
PD
appear in our
shit, searching
pockets.
niggas
Get your
multiple
clown ass out. Yeah, bro, we can do that too. You in the courthouse. What's
Where
up?
daddy at, man?
Alright, bro. I ain't got nothing on me, bro.
PD
I
ass so
appreciate you, bro.
scared us. I mean, if you want me to be honest, because y'all are hellraisers,
Hey, big
the worst ones. Y'all are assholes. Yes. Yeah.
My bad, bro.
Hey, Reggie, you said you know how to do what now?
Don't say yo bad. That nigga's a bitch. Fuck up.
He was the best workers I
I got this
He was a cheerleading for his
I
whole
got
life.
this. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
stand over me like that.
Nah, that's crazy.
Dog said like he taking shit. Hey,
Yeah,
Reggie,
boy,
Reggie,
I really do, boy. I really do gotta take a shit. I ain't gonna
Grandma
lie.
used to be a freak, and he don't like me
Yeah,
saying shit.
you
about
kept
I'll
that
say
to
it
yourself,
anyway.
gang. I ain't
Hey,
gonna
well,
lie.
grandma was a freak. Grandma was fucking like they was freak when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I used to, cause my parents were never around, so I had to stay there, and I used to hear bumping on the walls. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And then so one day my grandma, and then they were getting some intercourse going on, and she, like I said, she's freaky. She told my dad right here, right? The fucking no. She told dad right here. He choked her, right? He got up and he turned the oxygen tank off, and that bitch died. That shit crazy.
Huh?
He choked her to death.
What?
That shit crazy as hell.
Oh my god, what is this nigga talking about? My bad. Hold on, I got this shit. Hold on. Good looking, Philip. Stole your phone, bro. Good looking, yeah.
One last damn.
You killed your grandma because she wants you fucking your son, and you still
Hey,
doing
Judge,
it.
do me a favor and go get this shit started. Go ahead and get this shit
How long
started.
you got, Bullet? You should have been in this court case. What the fuck they
Fuck
on?
12. Fuck.
And who's the prosecutor?
Yeah, you've got 5,000. You should have been in this court case.
It's gonna be me and Bobby.
Ow.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but we gonna figure it out.
Nah, stop sweeping, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Stop sweeping, bro. I'm gonna see if they give you bail. Hold on. JoJo might give you bail. He a money hungry ass nigga. He might do bail.
Alright, I'm here.
He talking about this. Yeah.
You gonna search? Yeah, I'm gonna search. To that Mexico.
Well, the door wouldn't have been unlocked.
Take the mask off.
Oh, nah.
Take your mask off. He's gonna be at the front door if you can grab him. Deep breath.
Clip, bro. Somebody get that clip for me so I can figure out, because I forgot the rhythm to it. You know, I be off the top with this shit. You feel me? This shit was a freestyle. I'm trying to remember it. Grab that for me. Grab that clip for me.
Yeah, he ain't doing right here.
Tell him I ain't gonna be sitting here all day because my hemorrhoids acting up.
All right, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's the word? Oh,
What, that's your
what you
goddamn
doing?
lawyer? Hey, sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
this is his lawyer, man.
Walking Texas running.
Sid Vicious, attorney at law,
Representing
man.
himself,
No
sir.
case too big, no fee too
Hell
small.
no,
Let's do
fuck
it.
no.
Hell, fuck.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Represent yourself, sir.
I'm your lawyer. I'm your public defender, man. You ain't had no bread.
Auntie, get up there. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah, you gotta pay for a lawyer, gang. I'm a public defender, man. They just called me from the
Hold on, let
crib.
me call somebody, because what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, man.
Court is now
Your whole
judge,
fit is
Honorable
wrong.
Judge.
Yeah, that might be the
Yeah.
police, fuck.
He working with the boys
No
for
cap.
sure.
You gotta pay for one of them
look like a nigga
tuxedo
with a cheetah
lawyers, man.
pants on.
Saying you good,
I show y'all ain't twins.
Yeah, I'm great.
You all may be seated.
You may now may be seated.
I went outside.
How you doing today, Your Honor? I'm all right. And you're going to be representing the state, I assume, Mr. Brown?
Yes, sir. We're going to be representing the LSPD and the great citizens of Los Santos.
All right. You go ahead
Yep.
up and start with your opening statement.
Absolutely.
I
Your
need
Honor,
everyone in the court to be quiet. If you're not a lawyer, prosecutor, or LSPD, I need you to be quiet for me.
Lock that door back there.
Think about shout, Judge. Your voice is low as hell, dickhead.
Am I not shouting?
Watch your mouth,
You can hear me?
yeah, we can hear you, Judge.
Yes.
Your
hurry up.
Honor, great citizens of Los Santos, we're gathered here today to talk about and prove in this courtroom that Mr. Wanzo Jr. is an absolute menace to society. Now, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. We believe that the evidence that we have against this young man today is going to prove that, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Mr. Wanzo has no regard for human life, or his own for that matter. One person that doesn't care about their own life cannot, in any way, shape, or form, care about anybody else's lives. And that's where the citizens of Los Santos come into play, because we're here to protect you guys, all of you. That's all I have, Judge.
All right. And defense, you have a. Oh,
we got to say something. Today, what we're gonna be doing, how we're gonna be doing this case is all the body cams we're gonna have. We're gonna upload the whitelist section of the email.
Whoa. Mr. Wando.
What's up?
You cannot do that in my courtroom. Put them hands down, young man. Please do not disrespect this courtroom and make a mockery of my courtroom again.
Yeah. Like you talking about?
Come on, Dad. All right, let's check it out. We're gonna be doing all the body cam evidence and everything is gonna be laid inside of the whitelist section of the. Oh, we'll follow up, talking about it, over it, argue it, blah, 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 whatever, but that's how we're going to be doing it.
Who's the lawyer? The guy with the long, cute hair?
Long, cute hair.
My name is Sid Vicious, attorney at law. No case too big, no fee too small. I am here today to speak on the behalf of Mr. Juanzo Jr.
Oh no, he about to he gone.
All right, well, come give me your opening statements. 1 second, real quick. Young man, are you sure this is who you want to be your lawyer?
I trust him.
I'll tell you, look, he about to go fish.
All right, let's go.
Hey, stop judging people by their looks.
Head at.
Courtroom, I stand before you today as a young man who was a product of Los Santos. This is a rough and a very gritty society, but I managed to make it out and make it into the light and become successful with myself. Now, I cannot speak on the behalf of everyone in this city. I've seen for sure your goodness in each and every one of you. The word menace was used to describe my client today. I am here on his behalf to prove that menace is a word used for animals. And my client is no animal. He is merely a product of Los Santos.
Would you guys like to start with witnesses or your first piece of evidence?
Your Honor, first thing I'd
That
like
boy
to do
look
is,
like Joe
I'd
Dirt's
like to
cousin.
Of one of the officers that was part of that scene.
All right. And who would that be?
Officer Butter.
Buck, would you like to come take the stand? Buck. Taylor, would you like to swear him in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Raise your hand, please, Officer Butter.
Everybody think shout.
Do you
Everybody
swear to
make
tell
sure you
the
shout.
truth? Do you
Make
swear
sure
to tell the
wait
truth?
for him to raise his hand. Wait for him to raise his hand. Raise your hand, brother. Or flex your X.
Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. All right, you may be seated. You start with your question.
Officer Butter, how are you doing today? Okay.
Are you
how long you been with the LSPD?
About a week and a half.
Okay. And would I be right in saying that you were there at that scene that day, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Speak up.
Could you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Shout.
So during that day, I was inside the station. I was making ammunition for my firearm. We responded to a 1099 outside of the station for shots fired. Went outside with my counterpart, David. I believe it was David.
Doesn't
Can you
work
hear me?
for me.
I'm on shot, right? I went
Speak a little
outside.
bit. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I went outside. I saw Mr. Juanzo. He is wearing all black. He was firing shots at an officer that was over by a car trying to pick up another officer. I responded with shots fired back at the individual. He was down. There was another individual on scene at the time as well. He was also down.
All I hear is you.
We then took both of those individuals to the cell.
Stop talking.
Or receive
God damn.
Oh, okay.
What?
Sir?
I can't hear him. I gotta make it closer. I can hear him.
Okay. Sir, do you see Mr. Wanzo Jr. in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you be able to point at him?
It's right there in the red
You
jacket.
talking about shut up?
Okay. What can you tell me about your mental condition at the time of that shooting? Would you be able to tell me a little bit about that?
During the time of the shooting, I was very stable, level-headed and calm. Just responded to the shots fired as I was trained throughout my SWAT training.
Okay, so you are a qualified SWAT member of the LSPD.
Yes.
Okay. Does that?
Let me see the whitelist chat real quick, man. Ray, get your nerd ass on, bro.
Nigga said, yo, who this is? Man, I'm not about to talk to you, nigga. Y'all blocked it. Then they blocked off the road. Yeah, I think I'm about to. What?
This? Wait.
To the station.
Wait.
Fuck this car.
Wait, he warped to the station? What is
One of those
this?
And 7 no distance.
Got them both.
Mask.
Black card
We
right
just
now.
feel like to put the PD got
You
fucking
came
shot.
outside on Crash Out fucking Thursday.
That's how you. We need Yep. Somebody else top of the car? Somebody going there?
Nigga, fuck you, nigga. You ain't mad. You dirty bitch.
I'm coming, Jay. There's one in the back right now. Running towards you right now.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'll grab the officer.
Identification?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and what were the contents of his pockets that day?
The contents of his pockets, as far as I can remember, it was 2 switches, it was 2 Dracos, and there was a knife. There also was around 3,500 to 4,000 rounds of ammunition, and 5,000 Northern Lights.
Okay. So he had 4,000 rounds of ammunition. In your experience as a police officer, is that common?
I'm coming. I got R1 in the back too if you want to take them with the R1.
You just dropped me. Oh, no way.
It's a little loud back there, a little hot.
Yeah.
My apologies, Your Honor.
What y'all doing? Oh.
We're in the court, please.
Oh, yeah, you alright,
Tom, what the fuck are you doing? Get here, go step outside.
All right. Good afternoon, Officer Butter. How are you doing
Stop
today?
talking, please.
Mr. Butter, how are you doing today, officer?
Doing good.
All right. I'm glad to hear that. Now, one of the first...
Hold on. I gotta see the clips first.
I'm gonna tell. God.
That nigga was, matter of fact, he was less than a foot away. What the
I'm
fuck?
all fucking with.
As soon as this person comes back.
Hey,
from
go
call,
help James, bro. Go help James. Tell him you got that suspect.
Alright, I got
Yeah, baby.
Bro, why you grabbing me, gang? Put me the fuck down, dude.
Hey, he calling out. There's one on me.
You coming with me, nigga?
There's another one around here. We're gonna take him too. Let's grab it. Let's get up out of here. Come on.
Who was this nigga right
No.
here?
No.
Oh my
Do bad. Stop playing with me. Do bad.
Oh my God.
Do bad.
No, bro.
Do bad.
Man, nigga just put that nigga feet up in there.
Do bad.
What's wrong with that boy? Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
I ain't gonna lie. What just happened was some weird shit. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. The fuck was that?
That was wild as hell. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know who that
body
nigga
and all.
just shot that nigga, bro.
Get away from you, bro.
Do bad.
Wow.
It's sustained. Go ahead with your question.
Police chief, or is it on me?
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Can you repeat, Judge, or may I carry on?
Yeah, you go ahead. Carry on.
Okay, so Officer Butter, you stated that you do not know what a 1042 is.
No.
And is it typical for a fully trained SWAT officer to be unfamiliar with the police codes within Los Santos?
I believe that as long as they know majority of the code, as if that one would be one of probably the most used ones, I would possibly say.
Okay, furthermore, on the day of this incident, you stated that you exited a police station, or the police station in Los Santos, where you were making ammunition.
Yes.
Okay, and is this a daily process for you?
Yes.
Okay. And after leaving that station, you said that you witnessed one of your officers being shot by an alleged suspect?
Yes.
All right. Pardon?
The suspect was alleged until he was brought into the station and identified.
And your first reaction to that shooting was to?
Responded with shots back.
Shots back. And those shots back were able to neutralize that suspect? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And prior to neutralizing that suspect, did you prioritize medical attention to your fellow officer or gather the proper ballistics?
We were unable to get to the officers due to shots being currently fired at them at the moment, so we had to neutralize the suspect in order to get to our officers to get them the proper medical treatment.
And after neutralizing that suspect, you stated that your next step was to obtain medical attention for the downed officers.
My next step was to take the suspect into the station so that we can secure him, and then any other officer left on scene was left to gather any ballistics and to get those officers provided for medical attention.
So you, the arresting officer, did not obtain ballistics?
No, I did not.
And do you have those ballistics, or did you manage to procure those ballistics, which would be able to trace those weapons back to my suspect?
Procure. What was that? Wait 1 second. What
Procure or obtain.
Okay, all right.
My apologies. Were you able to procure those ballistics, which would be able to trace those weapons back to my suspect?
Not me personally.
Not you personally. And can you state for the court today the officer who was able to obtain those ballistics? My apologies.
There is multiple officers on the scene at the time. I don't have the name of everybody that was there.
And can you state one of those officers?
James Oliver.
And is James Oliver present today?
I don't believe so.
Are any of those officers present today?
As far as I know, I believe David was there. David who?
You believe David whom is present today? Yes or no? I am confused by
I said
by your
I
answer.
believe he was there. You would have to check the report that would have all the officers that was there at that scene at the time attached.
Okay. And furthermore, my last question. You also stated that a second suspect was present on that day?
Yes.
And you have placed a warrant out for his arrest?
Yes, as far as I know, there is a warrant out for that person's arrest.
And did you procure ballistics at all, which would be able to trace him to that crime scene, if he is present, or if he is available?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled. Continue.
The ballistics would have been collected by the other officers on the scene as though I was detaining the suspect, or placing the suspect in a safe location so that we can proceed.
And lastly, are any officers present today that would be able to confirm those ballistics?
I can't confirm everyone that was on the report because I don't have any information at the moment.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Butter, we appreciate you may step down. All right, Mr. Bobby Brown.
You just did that, shorty.
Would you like to start with some evidence, or how How would you like to go
No
next?
case too big, no fee too small.
Yes, sir. We can start with
Next time you gotta ask these niggas.
evidence number one.
your phone.
We want to make sure that
How
everybody
about
can
y'all
see
fucking
that as
whisper?
well. We're gonna give everybody an opportunity to look at Exhibit 1. Your Honor and people of the court.
Check
I
your
think
phones,
pardon me. What this is gonna show is exactly what I said in my opening statements. Mr. Wanzo Jr. is in fact a menace to society. He can be seen in this surveillance video right here, or a body camera, shooting with no regard for human life, intentionally trying to take the lives of multiple officers. Mr. Wanzo Jr. not in custody of the police department. So the necessity for ballistics can be negated because we never lost eyes on him. We had him the entire time. And there's physical evidence, video evidence of him committing the crime in 4K. So at this time, I would like for everybody to look at evidence piece number 1.
Can we see the evidence? Where is it?
We're gonna post it in the city website, sir.
Already in there.
Which part?
First part of whitelist. General. All of them are uploaded from part 1 all the way to the end.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro, what you got going on?
Get away from us with that shit, gang. Fuck is wrong with
Why
you, bro?
bro next to a motherfucker? Anyway, boy, bag up. He pretty close.
I ain't even standing too close.
Go ahead, bro. Shorty's over there. Go somebody shorty.
Bro, trying to fake kick it.
You trying to be friends, so.
I swear, clown ass.
And everybody had a chance, or we still waiting? Everybody still looking, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still reviewing.
I would say that evidence is looking quite suspicious.
Man.
I guess there was a fire sale.
Lawyer 1K. Lawyer 1K. That's who you should have had representing him. Alabama, what's the word, bro?
Shit.
Has everybody had the chance to go over the evidence?
I request about 3 to 4 more minutes, Your Honor.
Am I just talking to myself or what?
My apologies, Your Honor.
I believe they're still looking at the evidence, Your Honor.
All right. Going over all of it.
I guess so.
All on there.
Oh.
Why are you vaping in the courtroom? Escort her ass out of here.
Sorry, I didn't know.
You didn't know you couldn't vape in the courtroom?
He said this.
I'm just preparing one more statement.
Hey, you did good with that 17 chain on, though. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely did good with that shit.
Available in this first video, correct? Hello? Can the defense, can the prosecution hear me? As for the prosecution, I just want to. As for the prosecution, I just want to confirm that we're only going to be making statements on behalf of the first video, just that first video, correct?
Yes, right now we're talking about the first piece of evidence.
And we will not be making any statements on anything that is contained or goes on any other videos. Confirmed?
Sir, the first piece of evidence is what we're talking about right now. We'll get to the other evidence as we go.
10-4. All right, I'm ready when you are to make your statement.
Your Honor, are you still with us, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
I believe that evidence speaks for itself as to what that officer encountered when he walked out of that PD station. Mr. Wanzo Jr. was engaged in a gun battle with other police officers, one of which had appeared to be being run over by another citizen in the city at the time. I say that to say that these officers' lives were absolutely in jeopardy, and I believe that video is, just completely shows that. I have nothing else to add.
All right. And that's for the first video in question, correct?
What was that, sir?
You said that was for the first video in question, correct?
Correct.
All right. Defense, do you have anything to say about that first video?
Yes, sir. I do have a couple of statements. Just one moment, please. And I would like to confirm today, is that officer in question available today, or will that officer be still recovering from his injuries?
That officer is currently on medical leave.
Okay. And are there any officers who were present that day, either that officer who was injured or the officer who was already injured being transported, available to testify?
Testify to the video. Really.
Alrighty.
Give me a second. What did you say, Sean?
It's all on video. I mean, can't really.
Oh yeah.
No,
Sorry,
it's all there.
Shut ham ass on, fucking lame.
Okay, so at the beginning of that video, I do see that those officers were about to engage in a chase.
Weird ass nigga.
Okay.
My apologies. A lot of noise.
Stop chasing me, guys.
Can we confirm as to what the reason of that chase was, and what was the confirmation used to pinpoint that suspect vehicle as a suspect? Because
Fuck you all.
Hey, yo, chill out.
Calm that shit down. Break that shit up. Break that shit up.
Take them in. They're going in. Fuck that.
They need to be escorted out.
Sit the fuck down.
Whoever was fighting, leave.
Fuck down.
Ain't nothing going on.
Respect this courtroom. Get him out of here.
You gonna be sitting up for 500 months.
Whoever was doing that, take him back here and send him off.
You got something to eat, officer?
No.
Do any of you officers have something to eat?
Who the fuck would grab me? What you want, officer?
What you doing?
grab me for? I didn't even
What you grabbing my nephew for? Put me down, the fuck?
I didn't even do shit, bro. What did you grab me for?
Ain't shit going on.
Freaky ass nigga.
Want to touch
There's
somebody?
females over there, boy. Go talk to them. Bro, what the fuck is going on,
What y'all on, gang?
Motherfucker ain't even did shit.
Don't leave my
down in the
nephews
courtroom,
alone.
bro.
Bro, what is you on, gang? Back the fuck up.
I'm sitting in the courtroom, bro. What am
Y'all
I doing,
goofy
bro?
as shit,
Y'all tripping.
Y'all got it.
Motherfucker sitting down in the courtroom. What the fuck I just did?
So I'm handcuffed. Or for what? That's goofy.
Sit down.
Shut the fuck up, boy.
Sit down, nigga.
Recruit ass on my face.
I look like a recruit to you, bro.
Hey, that's not
Just
how
stop talking.
Officer, that's not how you talk to people, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Can I escort you out?
He got a bucket hat and goggles
Stand
on.
up,
His
use your
ass
2 legs
goofy.
and walk to the
Ain't
door.
finna talk to his ass.
Bro, you got a turtleneck on.
You an officer, bro. Chill out, gang.
I'm finna stick his ass. He talking crap.
Sir, all right, you ready to continue?
All right. I'll repeat my opening statement.
Shit, that ain't on the ass. What's this weird ass on?
Hey, he don't get no pussy, dog. I'm crying.
That nigga lame.
Oh my god, they mad as hell. Hey, he's so fucking mad. I can tell he don't get no hoes, bro. I can tell, bro. It shows, gang.
What?
One of them is currently on medical leave, and the other is not here right now. Not physically able to appear.
How long has he been on medical leave?
Since the incident.
So after the incident, that officer didn't come back to LSPD and continue being on duty? Is what you're saying?
No, he's currently injured, sir. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what if we can show you footage of that officer being inside PD after that incident?
Was that submitted?
Be on duty.
Pardon me. Was that submitted prior to the beginning of the trial?
It wasn't submitted, but you guys just said he was on medical leave.
He was on medical
And
leave.
if you believe that he's not on medical leave, son, then that has a case to do with Mr. Bobby Brown. He's internal affairs. You could take that up with him, and that officer would be dealt with if he's been working in the.
No, it ain't even at the officer in the room, but I'm just using this to my case. They sitting here telling lies, right? I'm I'm going after the credibility of the state at this point
So you
because the
believe
man
that
is
they know this officer hasn't been on medical leave,
yes.
and they're using that as an excuse not to have him appear in court today?
No, I don't know why they saying that, but I'm just going after the credibility of what they say.
Your Honor, to my knowledge, that officer was on medical leave. So.
And I also want to announce that I did not receive any subpoenas from the prosecution for evidence. So if there is evidence that we are able to present,
I'm
we
gonna be
should be
honest
able.
with you. No, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This court case was rushed. No one was prepared. Everyone was brought here last minute. You know it. The state knows it. We're not gonna do that. All right. Everybody knows this was last minute. We prepared the best we could. That evidence was submitted before I walked out of here. If you had a defense lined up and you wanted to put some evidence in there, you could.
I just wanted to add because.
Evidence will be taken into consideration, young man. I appreciate you offering that to me, and it will.
Your Honor, it's not even evidence that I want to submit. It's just that I want the judge.
The credibility of the officers and the
Exactly.
police department. It will be taken into consideration. Mr. Brown, I advise you, Bobby Brown, to speak carefully. Think about what you're going to say before you say it, because if anything is lied under oath, you will be held in contempt of this court. Do you understand that?
Absolutely, sir.
Thank you, Your Honorable. Your honorable honor.
May I please say something?
Yes.
As far as I know, to my knowledge, that officer was on medical leave. If this individual has any proof, like you said, you would do that. Obviously, I would like to look at the or otherwise.
Your Honor, the man just sat here and said he's for sure on medical leave. And then he said, I think he's on medical leave, to my knowledge. He's not sure where this man is or what he's doing, Your Honor.
Once again, to my knowledge, he's on medical leave. That's all I can tell you. That's all I know.
To your knowledge and a fact is two different things. And Your Honor knows that.
Sir, Your Honor, may I address the individual here in the courtroom?
Yes, sir. You go ahead.
Mr. Wanzo Jr.
Yes.
Do you have proof that this officer was on shift?
Sir, the proof that I need, you just gave it to us by saying he was on medical leave.
Well,
and then when I told you that he continued to be on active duty, you said, well, I think he's on medical leave. So that's all the proof I needed. You did say that. You said I assumed, and now you saying to my knowledge.
Well,
at first it was a fact. Now it's to your knowledge.
Well, I just want to address the fact that if I bring up and say something here in this courtroom, right, the burden of proof is for me to prove that what I'm saying is correct, right?
So do you have proof he's on medical leave?
Can I finish my statement? Can you answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you contend something and say that this is not the way that I said it is, right, then you should have evidence of the fact or it's hearsay. Would it not be that?
No, that's incorrect. Do you have proof that he's on medical leave?
To my knowledge, he's on medical leave, sir.
Do you have proof of that?
As the judge stated, we didn't have time to submit subpoenas and do this all this other stuff with the you know, the pill hospital or anything like that. But
Your Honor,
to my knowledge, he's on medical leave.
Yes, Mr. Wanzo.
can we get this doctor to the stand? He works at Pillbox. I'm sure if anyone's on medical leave, he would know it.
What doctor?
We got we got an EMS worker back here.
If it is not Roman, Kane, or the lady nurse that are chiefs, they mean nothing to me, young man. Their word means nothing.
Very well.
All right. And I'd like to just go ahead and close my statement here. I just have.
We're going to allow you to do that. That's what we're going to do. No one else has anything else to say besides the defense, so he can speak on that video and we can move on.
I just want to ask Officer Bobby here a few questions.
Sure.
Are officers on your or in your department given lunch breaks or breaks? Times allotted to eat, refuel, recharge, sit down, get off their feet for a fraction of time during the day?
So there's no mandated breaks that they have to take or anything like that. Just when they get a chance, they're allowed to take a smoke break or. But as you know, the city is pretty hectic, so these cops, you know, they take breaks when they can and when they want to.
All right. And I asked one of your officers who was on the stand a little bit earlier what a 1042 or what a 1050 would be. He mentioned that he didn't know what a 1042 is, but are you familiar with what a 1050 is?
Relevance? I'm not exactly sure what the relevance of to the case.
The relevance is that a 1050 is a meal break. And is that not a code that your department uses at all?
You said that a 1050 is a meal break?
Oh, yes, sir. Or a 105.
Oh, so you don't know what you're talking about either.
10-5, 10-50. Are those codes not used to reference a meal break?
He's under the influence.
Your Honor, I'd like the record to reflect that the representing lawyer here is questioning the credibility of my officer based on him knowing 10 codes or not knowing 10 codes. And he himself
I'm not questioning
does not
the
know
credibility
what
of
he's
your
asking.
officer. I will forward my statement.
We're not going to argue. This is what we're going to do.
We're going to look at the evidence.
Listen, one second. You two are not going to argue.
I
A
wish not to argue
1050 is not a lunch break.
Can I say what it is properly?
Wait 1 second. I didn't ask you to talk, Mr. Shelby. 1 second. I'm clearing this up real quick. I know 10 codes because I've had to be an officer before. Now, what you're trying to do is discredit them by saying you know the 10 code when you just got one incorrect as well. Now, I get what you're saying. Listen, young man. I get what you're saying, but you're not helping your case when you're not getting them right either, all right?
My
and this
apologies,
is what I'm saying by listening to what you're saying. Think about it first, get your thoughts out, and then you say what.
Nigga, goofy, bro. This nigga goofy, I ain't gonna lie.
And proceed to the next pieces of evidence. We do look at the evidence that's presented here. We see that one of your officers is eating a plate of ribs, and that vehicle that they are driving wrecks out. Is it a custom for officers to eat or take lunch breaks while on patrol with a partner whose life they are responsible for?
Is it customary is what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Well, I previously stated cops, you know, they're going to eat when they get a chance to. You know, sometimes that it comes down to the fact that they're eating in between calls because they're, you know, fulfilling their duty to the city.
Okay. And next, is it custom for your officers to also take buses to the station without requesting or attempting to request for 32s first? Or additional officers?
Okay.
You're referring to taking a bus. Can you explain that a little bit better for me?
If you are going to take a look at that evidence, you would see that your officer takes the initiative of busing to the station.
1 second. What are you trying to get at? I don't. You're not defending the fact that your client is here.
I'm breaking down the evidence.
What are you?
I am breaking down the evidence. I'm making my way to the case of events that took place where there was an
Mr.
alleged
Wanzo
shooting.
Brown, you have something to say? I can't hear you.
Because if we're being honest here, the video in question.
Can you hear me now?
had a fraction of about
can hear you
15
now,
seconds that
We do got Roman in court today.
All right. Well,
So if we could ask him to the stand and talk to see about this medical leave, I feel like that'd be very helpful to my case.
Yes, sir. Next time, please talk to your lawyer and let him speak, young man, please. Everyone,
Okay.
stop speaking out of turn.
I'm done. My lawyer got it from here. This is all I wanted to say. If we
All
could
right,
get,
Mr. Brown, thank you. Go ahead.
if we
lawyer,
could get
finish
Mr. Roman to
your
the stand.
statement,
Lastly, I would just like to ask, Mr. Bobby Brown, in that video, do you see that there is an apparent usage of tracers or what appears to be a video tampering, what may be clipping or trimming and or adding of tracers in that video?
You're saying, are you arguing that the video was edited?
Yes, sir.
Sir, let me remind you real quick that there are certain things, right? As we all know, that
technicality,
right? Like that's outside of the scope of this trial. The same way he fell below where he was, right? Like that's something that we could sit here and talk about, but that's a technicality, right?
That is all.
Okay.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna call Mr. Roman up here, Chief of EMS. We're gonna call Chief EMS up here. Roman?
Excuse me, lawyer.
Could you raise your head, please, Mr. Roman? Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you may be seated. How you doing today, Mr. Roman Carter?
Good. How are you, Judge?
I'm doing just peachy. All right, they're gonna ask you some questions, young man.
All right, I'll just let everybody know I'm gonna try to answer everything as best to my knowledge.
Yes, sir. All right. Mr. Bobby Brown, did you have any questions, or would you just like the lawyer to?
Well, I'd like to cross-examine after he.
All right. Well, this is your witness, lawyer. You come up here and ask questions. Mr. Wanzo Brown. Okay, you're just coming to get a closer listen. Mr. Lawyer.
I think they're talking to Mr. Vicious.
Mr. Vicious?
Approaching the stand.
How's it going, buddy? Good, good. Yeah, you quiet, bro.
My apologies, courtroom. You guys can't hear me better now.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, copy. Was there a question for me? My apologies.
I think you guys want to ask me a question about
Yeah, your client said you were going to ask him about the officer. Do you not have any questions for him?
Oh, I thought that the prosecution was going to go ahead and question him first, but I'll proceed.
Well, this is your witness, young man, so you're going to question him first, and then they're going to cross him.
Oh, I appreciate that, Your Honor. Mr. Roman.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing well. Do you mind going ahead and stating your last name for the court?
Carter. C-A-R-T-E-R.
All right, Mr. Roman Carter. And may you state your profession for the court?
I've been working at the hospital at Pillbox for about 10 months now. I just became chief about a month ago, so I'm the chief at Pillbox about a month ago.
And Roman, what inspired you to seek employment at Pillbox?
I just like helping people, man. Really passionate about helping others and stuff.
Helping others. And would you say that by helping others and being an empath that you are a...
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that.
Judge, objection, relevance. What does that have to do with Markel's medical leave?
All right, listen. I need you to allow me to do my job, so allow him to ask his questions. He's going to answer, and then you can have a turn to cross-examine. Lawyer, I need you to ask questions that are relevant to what he is up on this stand for. He's on this stand for one reason only.
My apologies, Your Honor. So, Mr. Roman.
What's going on, man?
Are you familiar and can we repeat the officer in question here who has been reported on medical leave who is not available here today?
I'm kind of familiar with this PD. I've looked at some of the evidence. I don't know which one you guys are exactly talking about 100%. Who's the officer in question? I'm gonna be honest though. as far to my knowledge, there isn't any PD on medical leave. I don't think I was there this day of this incident, so I did not, have anybody go on medical leave or anything like that. As far as I know, Pillbox hasn't given to any PD any medical leave recently in the past, I would say 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, and I do appreciate that, Officer Roman. And would you say that if there was medical leave given to any officer on the department that you would be aware of it?
I mean, there's 2 other chiefs. There's Chief Dior and Chief Crash. One of them possibly could have done it. We don't really talk about patients or anything like that. We just kind of keep work. We don't really go into like particular detail about patients or PD. It could have been a chance where they mentioned it, but as far as my knowledge, no, nobody said anything about PD recently at all.
He's asking for medical files on a
Which is
civilian.
protected
You
by
can't get that.
HIPAA. Mr. Lawyer, you're just going to have asked questions. Mr. Roman can answer, but you can't ask about personal information, documents from his client.
Okay,
Or
well,
from his patients, I apologize.
as the statements have that have been made, my statements actually stand as well. I will allow the prosecution to go ahead with their line of questioning.
All right, I appreciate you, sir.
How you doing, Roman?
What's going on, my boy?
You doing all right today?
How are you, man?
Good. Glad to hear. Hey, listen. First and foremost, I just want to appreciate the fact that you're here today. I know that as a first responder, it's difficult to take time for these things. But I won't take too much of your time. I just got a few questions for you, Roman. Are you familiar with patient-doctor confidentiality?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So if another doctor, let's say, had a conversation with an officer about going on medical leave, would that include you?
I mean, it can if I worked with the patient or something before, but like I said, me and like the other chiefs and even other EMS people, we don't really talk about other patients. Like we kind of just keep about it for ourselves. So when it comes to patients, we might talk about how work is and stuff like that, but we won't talk about a particular patient.
Perfect. Okay. And there are 2 other chiefs you stated.
Correct. Yeah, and then there's like 4 or 5 supervisors, there's like 4 or 5 paramedics. There's a whole, there's a big roster kind of.
Okay. Would it be possible, Roman, that this officer had a conversation with another medical professional that had placed them on medical leave?
Yeah, for sure. Anything's
Okay.
possible, really.
So would you be able to say with conviction here today, before this courtroom here, that that officer is not on medical leave?
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea who's on medical leave or not, so I can't really say yeah he is on medical leave.
Okay, so the answer would be no?
Correct.
Okay. I have no further questions, sir.
All right. Mr. Roman, you're done. We appreciate you, sir.
All right, I appreciate everybody
Have a
giving
great
me
day.
the time to come up here. Thank y'all.
No problem. All right. Mr. Bobby Brown, Mr. Shelby, you got any, you want to go over your next piece of evidence?
Yes, sir.
Or everybody
Your
went
Honor,
over the evidence, or you want to talk about the next piece?
First, we'll just give everybody the opportunity to look at it. I do want to try and speed this up a little bit because there's a lot of evidence, and we don't want to have to take too much of everybody's time. If I can direct everybody to the second video.
Your Honor,
What is this?
Yes.
I would like to request a quick recess in which we would be allotted a time frame to just go ahead and allow the prosecution as well as defense to review all of the evidence and come back and to be able to present a bit more of a speedy trial instead of having to go through these selections one by one.
Yep, 100%. Let's take a 5-minute recess. Mr. Wanzo Brown, you and your lawyer are going to go over the evidence together, get your plan of attack together, and then the prosecutor's going to do the same thing. We'll meet back here in 5, all right? Is that all right with you, everybody?
Yep.
I didn't get any responses. I couldn't hear anything.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a brief recess.
Roman.
Roll something.
Yeah, boys, yeah.
Roman.
Come on, wait, boy.
Yeah, Brody.
bro.
Oh, phone then what?
Bro.
Officer.
Bro, can you fucking hear, bro? Or is you just good for putting stupid ass masks on?
Nah, I hear you. What's up?
Smack home,
I just need a room so I can go ahead and consult with my client for this.
You need a room? Come here.
Yeah, for this recess. Along with one of the attorneys on my defense team.
No questions.
Follow us.
Don't worry about him.
What's the name?
He talking to me.
Don't worry about don't worry about him.
What's sad?
Why the fuck he even in here?
I might need an extension to that recess. A member of my defense.
Y'all come in right there. That little desk
member
right
of my
there.
defense team just had a head pop. It's a two-person defense team. My fellow attorney just had his head pop. So can we get a small extension to that recess so you can be able to get back in as well?
Yeah, as long as it's gonna be quick, because ain't nobody leaving this courtroom.
Alright, gotcha. Alright, can we get a room as
Make
well?
sure you just stay in the courthouse. That's all I ask. Just take your time, get it together.
We're supposed to be getting a room. Who am I supposed to be following?
He said we get this little
There's
desk.
several rooms upstairs. My office is to the left up there if you want to use it. If you go upstairs and then go straight, take the second left. My office is up there if you want it.
I don't know. Everything has no ears.
You guys hear me now?
We got attorney-client privilege down here anyway.
Yeah, $1 on you so we can go ahead and legally bond up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to be safe and shit.
Grab that, fam.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I got some ribs on me last night. I gave out some goddamn. Yes, sir.
Hey, what they trying to fry Zoe in this bitch, bro?
Great.
What's that?
Why?
I take a little bit when chilling. Later on.
Sorry.
Everybody all right? Anybody need any food? Anybody need anything to eat? God damn it. Let me drink. All right, all right.
Fuck
Hey,
12.
talk. Okay. Back to you.
Fuck you. Y'all niggas straight gun. I'm about to do this shit, man. Yeah, it's big again.
Hey, Judge, can we hurry things, get things going? Got things to do, man.
It's risky. Still worry, buddy.
5 minutes. It's been over 5 minutes. That's what the call was. 5 minutes. What? What the hell do you want, boy? What do you, you old piece of shit? What the hell you want? That's my grandpa over there.
What up?
So what do you want? Alright, yeah, I bet. Bitch. Out there? Fucking judge, slow as shit.
Yeah, what's the word, bro?
He ugly as shit, dog. Colonel Sanders looking motherfucker. Look at him. He look like Heisenberg off of Breaking Bad. Look at him.
That I got you. We can do a lot of that. It's gonna turn up. I got you. Fuck 12. Morgan Wallen ass nigga.
Huh?
That fuck 12, you Morgan Wallen ass nigga.
You know he shaved his head.
Yeah. You go fuck though. That
Yes,
nigga's
sir.
on
You
bad
have
timing.
flaming hot Cheeto braids coming out of your mask.
You
I don't know if that's sanitary or not.
got cheetah prints on them, bro.
Okay, and I caught them with my bare hands.
That's crazy, gang.
I tackled a cheetah in the wild. You know what I did to it? I killed it.
You
And
go get
that's
them
why I
shit
have this
back.
thing. Why would I want to give it back?
That's not it, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
No, you don't think so?
You like a half cheetah, half giraffe, gang.
You literally look like a giraffe. You're ugly.
I move around before I come across and knock your ass out.
Come on, come do it. I'll put you in a chokehold and I'll punch you in the face.
Alright.
Come on.
Oh no.
What up, Brody?
Well, I thought, soft
What's
ass
the
bitch.
word?
Man, how about you?
Shit, cool and locking these fucking criminals up.
What you doing in the suit? Why aren't you out here? At
What
work?
up?
Cause I'm involved in this court case.
Oh, you fucked up too?
Hey, Roman,
I ain't fucked up,
What
but I
up?
fucked up.
I'm gonna talk to you. First, it was the picture of you outside of that court.
Yeah, that's
courtroom,
fine.
but outside next to the pill, to him in his car. And now you randomly showed up to court right when he really needed you.
I like this read
Turn
through
that
while we
number.
wait. 5 minutes, literally.
Why I got these?
Bro, you guys are tripping, bro. You guys looking too hard into things, bro. I said the truth. I didn't even give a yes or no answer. I was out. You guys wasted my time and yours for sending me up there.
You talking about to the? What you talking about?
Nah, bro. It's all your fault, Markel. If you weren't such a fucking bad cop, bro, nobody would be here right now.
Cap.
Not cap, bro.
I ain't did shit. All I did was get kidnapped.
You was kidnapped?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, that's hard to believe you was kidnapped. I ain't gonna lie. I know you be on point 20%. How was you kidnapped?
Easy, the motherfucker had a bomb.
You tripping, bro. I know you ain't kidnapped.
Shit. Go back and look at that body cam. They definitely got me.
Bro, I heard you sold, bro.
They need to come on here. I'm about to beat the fuck. What the fuck are they doing?
I told them 5 more minutes.
Let's shake weight.
Shake weight? you really beating this case the fuck off.
Shit, it's gonna be fucking it's gonna be fucking 4th of July by the time this shit get rolling. I would say Christmas, but shit, Christmas right around the corner.
Between a rock and a hard place.
What the fuck, nigga?
What?
Looking at this body cam. Why the fuck you doing the red shine?
ready for sure.
Them real button boys.
All rise. Get up,
All right, well, we're going to start back with with prosecution. Anything you'd like to, or next witness, or you guys all went over the evidence, correct?
Yes, Your
Everybody
Honor.
make sure you're shouting again.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, prosecution, would you like to bring up your next witness or discuss your next piece of evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. We're gonna have Officer Markel up at the stand to testify.
All right, Mr. Markel.
What's the word, Judge?
Go Markel.
What's
Would you
poppin'?
be so kind to read your name?
Could you raise your hand, Mr. Markel?
Oh shit, hold on.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right.
Officer Markel, have you had a chance to look at the evidence that we posted in the Whitelist website?
Yeah, I've looked at it briefly. Yeah, looked at it.
Okay. Would you be able to tell us here in the court today a little bit about that day and what happened?
Okay, I see. I looked at the body cam. Okay, me and Mr. James Oliver was outside staking the house out. You know what I'm saying? So, we get on the 1080. That's a chase. Somehow we follow the map. Whoop-de-doo. Go back to the station. I see Mr. James was taking me to the pill. He pulled out the station with gunfire. Tried to shoot back. Ended up getting killed. You know. So that's pretty much the first part that would happen. So they end up putting down Mr. Alonzo. That's what we got in here today, huh? Okay. So yeah, he ended up, a couple of my officers neutralized Mr. Alonzo. Took him to the station. Took him to the pill. They identified him on the scene. Got back to the station. We searched Mr. Alonzo 3 times. Come to find out, I don't know how he hit a bomb on him. He had a bomb. He kidnapped me and James. They took us to this strange house. I don't know what they were about to do to his house. We get to the house, on the side of the house, this dude in all red shot Mr. Wanzo. I don't know why he shot him, but he saved my life.
Rat bow.
That's pretty much what happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what else happened after that,
Officer Markel, can you just think about who you said had a bomb?
I think his name was Mr. Duke. We had a dude, Mr. Duke. Yeah, that's his name.
Okay, it was not Mr. Wanzo who had the bomb.
He didn't have a bomb on him.
He just said I had a bomb.
Objection, Your Honor.
What ground?
I don't believe the witness is speaking truthfully.
Your Honor, you just heard him say I had a bomb.
That assumption. We'll make you use something that.
Yes, sir.
You
Assumption.
heard him say I had a bomb.
My apologies, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're saying that he's lying under oath about what?
You just heard him say I had a bomb.
Think about shout. So
The officer on the stand pinpointed my client first to be in possession of that bomb, and then I believe that once further coerced or pushed by line of questioning, corrected himself.
I believe it was a simple mistake.
It wasn't no simple mistake. He said Lonzo is in here. I don't know how, but he got a bomb.
It did seem that the line of questioning by the prosecution forwarded him to a more applicable answer.
I want that stricken from your record, and I want to understand what. So, Mr. Markel, Was it Mr. Wanzo or was it a Duke Jackson that you seen with the bomb?
It was a dude Jackson. I forgot he was there too. It was two of them. Sorry about that. I just might have left something out. Sorry.
All right, well, this is very important to you, LSPD, and the community of Los Santos. I need you to not forget something, not mistakenly say something, or not accuse this man of something so heinous that it may make him look a certain way in this courtroom to me and the citizens of Los Santos.
I apologize.
That will be stricken from the record. And again, you're going to go over your statement again, and you're going to pay attention to the names you say and the actions that you put to each name. Understood?
Yes, sir. You want me to start from the beginning?
We're going to start from the beginning, and you use the proper name, the proper individual, in the proper scenario. All right?
Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and start over then. All right. We was at a 1068. That's a house robbery. We was over there at Mirror Park. Me and Mr. James Oliver. We getting a 1080. That's a chase. We somehow we followed the map. Okay. We go back to the station. I somehow, magically died. Mr. James was taking me to the station. I mean, to the pill. When he was pulling out the station, we was met with gunfire by Mr. Lonzo. And then two of my officers, I don't know who those officers was, but I know they was outside at the time. They put Mr. Lonzo and Duke down. We get to the state, we get to the pill. My officers identify Mr. Lonzo and Duke Jackson on the scene. And gotta get up, go back to the station. Mr. Lonzo, we put Mr. Lonzo in the cell, the big cell, and Mr. Duke Jackson in the small cell. So we searched Mr. Duke Jackson 3 times. Nobody seen the bomb in his pocket. He had a bomb in his pocket. So when the EMS got Mr. Duke Jackson up, Mr. Duke Jackson pulled out the bomb and said, "Let me out this ditch." I said, "Okay, everybody back up. Let Mr. Duke Jackson and let Lonzo get out the cells. Let them walk outside. Before they walk outside, they kidnapped me and James Oliver. I don't know why." So when he say unlock the doors to the PD station, we unlocked the doors. They ran us to the PD garage.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick to you, Marco? Like you said,
what's up?
He kidnapped you, right?
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. What you're not going to do is lead him. You can ask him a question.
Whoa.
You're not going to lead him. You're not
Whoa.
going to...
Wow.
Objection.
I don't need you
Kidnapped
to
you,
cheerlead either,
right?
young man. What?
Your Honor, you gonna stand for this?
What did you just say?
I just said he kidnapped him.
Wait. Didn't I just tell him that he couldn't lead him?
Your Honor, I apologize on my client's behalf.
I'm correcting him. Allow me to do this, all right? Mr. Shelby, what you're not going to do is ask him a question that leads to an answer. That's what leading is. You're going to ask a question. It's ask and answer. You ask it, you allow him to answer, but you're not going to give him the answer in the question. It's not going to happen like that.
Yo, you gotta make sure he beat this shit, gang.
Got you.
I want me to finish saying what I was saying.
Go ahead, dude.
All right, back to what I was saying. So we get to the PD garage. They pull out a vehicle. They take us to this house over there by Mr. I think what it was, NSG block or some shit like that. I don't know what they were taking us to this strange house. I don't know why. But we get on side the house. Some dude in the red, I don't know who the hell he was. He shot Mr. Lonzo. And then it was a big shootout. And then that's pretty much all I remember. That's all, all what happened. I don't know what happened to anything after that. I was unconscious at the time.
Was your body cam rolling during those situations?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Did you revise them after you were helped medically?
Yeah, I looked at them. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't look at them. I'm not gonna sit there like, no, I didn't. Cause let me tell you why though. Because they already had Mr. Lonzo back in custody again. I don't know how they got him. So somebody took me to the pill again. And I get back to the station, they had Lonzo in. So
Okay, Mr. Markel, can you tell us at what point Mr. Juanzo Jr. here was identified?
I'ma say probably at the pill or most likely on the scene after they shot us. Officers are trained to identify every subject after they have to shoot them because it was 1099 situation. I'm quite sure they identified Mr. Lonzo after he shot us.
Okay, Your Honor, I'd like the record to reflect that we will be presenting the evidence of when Mr. Juanzo Jr. was identified. That's all. I have no further questions for Mr. Markel.
All right, Mr. Lawyer.
Yes, Your Honor. Just one moment.
Do you have any cross-examination you'd like to do?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just preparing my notes. Good afternoon, Officer Markel.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. This is a little unexpected, kind of last minute, but I'm doing pretty good.
All right, Officer Markel, I would like to begin my statement by asking you a simple opening question.
Okay.
Who inside of this courtroom is responsible for the things that happened to you on that day?
Mr. Lonzo.
I couldn't hear you. Can you say that?
I'm gonna say Mr. Lonzo. I don't know. I don't remember his last name. His name was Mr. Lonzo. So who did it? You know, we kind of identified them.
Okay, I appreciate that. Officer Markel. Courtroom. Before I proceed, I would like to repeat to you today the man who I am representing. That man's name is Juanzo. My client is Juanzo. Not Lonzo. Lonzo. Juanzo.
Objection.
That officer identified a man named Lonzo, as he just said. Is no objection.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Whoa. This is what we're gonna do. Mr. Markel, you're gonna step down from the stand. You're having a bit of trouble here. You're calling the man Lonzo. His name is Juanzo.
No, Judge.
One second. You said it was Alonzo. It's a Juanzo. Then you're telling me
Judge, Lonzo is the criminal. Lonzo is the criminal. Why you saying he's not getting my name wrong? He's not getting my name wrong.
You're gonna allow me to talk in my courtroom.
Go ahead.
So the man in this courtroom's name is Juanzo Brown Jr.
Name,
correctly?
Okay.
So again, we're gonna take body cams and video evidence into question. This is what we're using as evidence. I cannot use what that officer just gave me. I'm gonna be.
I ain't gonna lie though, Judge. That's some whole ass shit, bro.
I'm calling for a
you cuss one more time in my courtroom, you're gonna go down to the jail
I
and watch this shit from the TV.
I apologize on the behalf of my client, but I'm calling for a mistrial, Judge.
Right quick, Judge. Who said he got my name wrong? Who said he didn't identify the criminal Lonzo? Lonzo's still out there on the streets. He said we identified a person named Lonzo.
There isn't a Lonzo in the city, sir. We're not gonna do that. Your name is Juanzo. I took what he said off of the record. Do you want me to allow it, or do you want me to strike it from the record? I'm asking a question.
It's not Alonzo in the city?
What I'm telling you is, his statement is no longer valid in the courtroom. I'm no longer taking it into consideration. Only thing I'm taking into consideration is body cam footage, not his word on this stand, due to him fumbling around, saying incorrect names in the beginning, and then just now throughout that whole statement. Do you understand me?
All right, bet.
All right. And would I be allowed?
This is my courtroom. This is not your courtroom. Anybody. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not going to tell me how to run this courtroom. I got this job for a reason, young man. That goes for everybody in here. Now, again, lawyer, this
Yes,
has
sir.
nothing to do with his statement. Do you have anything to say about the body cam?
Yes, sir. Would I be allowed to ask any questions based on statements confirmed by the prosecution?
And what are you pertaining to? What is that pertaining to?
As far as the sequence of events which took place with the alleged suspects, as far as...
All right, and this is what we're going to do, Mr. Bobby Brown.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are going to answer these questions because this court case is already a fucking shit show. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some order. You're going to answer questions on behalf of the LSPD and those body cam footage. You're going to be responsible for explaining and getting us all to understand what's going on in those body cams, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So any other questions are going to be directed towards Bobby Brown. He is going to answer to the best of his knowledge. You're going to ask and get an answer. That goes for both sides. Lawyer, you are going to answer for your client, Mr. Bonzo Brown. You are to not interrupt my courtroom again. If you need to whisper to your lawyer, you whisper to your lawyer. But you do not interrupt my courtroom again. You hear me, young man?
All right, bro.
Watch your tone, boy. All right, now, go ahead.
All right, just one moment, please. All right, Mr. Bobby. As far as the sequence of events that took place on that day, can you confirm as to whether any suspects... My apology, let me actually backtrack. Because I was reviewing the evidence submitted, and my first question to you is actually as to the events that took place in that first video sent and the second video furthermore. Are those two separate events and not a sequence of events that happened right after each other?
Are they a sequence of events? Are you saying which one happened first?
I'm saying, are all of those from a single scene, or did that first event happen, let's say, a certain amount of time before the rest of those events took place?
It's all part of the same scene. It's just different points of view.
Okay. And we did speak earlier in court about the fact that an officer, and I just want to confirm, that was not Officer Markel who was put on medical leave. Or was that Officer Markel who was put on medical leave, sir?
It was not Officer Markel.
Okay, but that officer was put on medical leave, and can you confirm as to which point in the evidence presented that there was a medical leave induced injury?
Are you saying when the injury happened?
Yes, sir.
During the shootout.
The shootout, and is that the shootout that took place in the first video, or the shootout that took place first in the second video, third in the second video, fourth in the second video, or about fifth in the second video, with an intermediate body carrying being done by your officer who seemed to be very healthy?
Sir, I think you're a little bit confused. I would ask that you rewatch the video because the video is self-explanatory. I'm gonna answer your question though, just for the sake of time. Once again, my answer stays the same. The video is all one scene from multiple points of view.
My question is, at what point in this video, or these videos, or this scene, did your officer sustain an injury that would have put him on medical leave?
Sir, during the process of the entire scene, did you not watch the video, or?
Up until the end of the scenes present, I did not see any injury that would have put him on medical leave. I seen him carrying multiple bodies, and in all of those shootouts, he seemed extremely healthy, climbing over walls, mantling things. And he showed no signs of injury, or fatigue, or distress.
Are you referring to Officer Markel?
Yeah, I'm referring to the officer in that video, who was not Officer Markel, because we have confirmed that he was not the officer put on medical leave, sir.
Okay.
Do you have nothing else?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm not exactly sure what you're getting to. If you could get to your point, that'd be great.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm as to whether the legitimacy of that medical leave could be brought up, because I don't believe that officer sustained an injury to be put on medical leave, or that officer was on medical leave. But furthermore, my further statements, I'll ask you. In that video, I do see that at one point after the first or second shootout, that your officer leaves the scene with a suspect in an orange hoodie. Correct?
Okay.
Do you have any body cam showing that officer leaving or showing the time period between when that officer left and the responding officers arrived to confirm that there was no tampering of the bodies or anything that could be done on that scene whilst that other officer was, I'm not sure what he was doing, but moving around what could have been an alleged suspect or appeared to be an alleged suspect that I would like to point out was shot in the back. I'm not sure if that is typical police training, but this is a suspect that was shot in the back and furthermore carried away from the scene.
Sir, once again, did you review the video?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you this. You just told me yourself that the individual in the orange was picked up. So why are you asking me?
I'm asking you, do you have anything to confirm how long between when that officer left with the body in the orange hoodie and when those responding officers arrived to that scene was? Because during that period of time, there's anything that could have happened to the bodies on that scene. The bodies that were left on that scene. One of those bodies being, I suspect, my alleged suspect that you claim to have ID'd.
Okay, and who exactly are you speaking to may have been tampered with?
The bodies of any suspects that were left on that scene when that first officer left with that body with an orange hoodie, between that time and when those two officers arrived responding to that crime.
Sir, are you representing the other people or are you representing Mr. Wanzo?
I'm telling you that in the angle of those responding officers, I do not see that officer leaving with that body in that with the orange hoodie. So there could have been in any period of time between him leaving and those responding officers arriving and those bodies.
My answer to that question is that the individual in orange is not on trial here today.
I'm not speaking in question to the individual orange. I believe that you were mistaken, mistaken. My apologies. But furthermore, I just want to ask: are officers trained to neutralize targets not facing them if they are in possession of a weapon, or are they trained to neutralize any suspect that is in possession of a weapon?
Okay, when an officer's life is in danger, especially in the threat of a bomb scare or something like that, that is how the situation is handled. That is how the situation is handled.
I just wanted to confirm as to the process taken by that officer who neutralized that suspect in the orange hoodie. If you do watch that evidence closely, I do not see a point in which that suspect was a danger to that officer before that officer took the liberty to take that man's life.
Okay. Once again, I'm gonna reiterate that man is not on trial here today, but I'm gonna answer your question. Did that man or did he not have a weapon on him? Man in the orange hoodie, since you want to talk about him.
They did have a weapon on him. He did have that weapon on him, but he was not facing the officer at any point in time before the officer opened fire on that suspect and furthermore took his life.
Okay, I'd like to explain to you a little bit about protocol for the LSPD.
Yes, sir. That was the first question I asked.
Okay, look, anytime officers' lives are in danger and multiple people outside of that situation arrive with Class 2 firearms or an SMG, whether it be an assault rifle or anything like that, they will be neutralized on the scene. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's already a 1099 situation going on. If you show up to that situation with a Class 2, you will be neutralized. That's pretty standard protocol amongst all police departments throughout the United States here.
Okay, thank you very much. And I just want to ask you another question. As far as to the identification of my suspects, because there was a bit of leading as well as confusion with that suspect who was on the stand, can we confirm really quickly as to whether they were given medical attention at a hospital or at the prison cells, which allowed for those events to take place?
Repeat that question one more time.
Was my client, my apologies, or my client and any alleged suspect or any other alleged suspects given medical attention at the pillbox or at the prison, which allowed for those events to take place or unfold?
They were receiving medical attention within the police department. We had medical staff on call, and they reported to the police department and provided medical attention there.
Okay. And lastly, I just want to ask you, do you currently have any evidence showing you IDing my client? Because I looked at the evidence which you presented in the whitelist, and I do not see a name by those pockets. So do you currently have any evidence to present which shows you IDing my client? Prosecutor? Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said just give me a second.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I do want to add that we were told that we're not allowed to submit any other evidence at this time.
Shelby.
Or are we still allowed to submit evidence, Your Honor?
Shelby, did you?
My apologies, I can't hear you, Your Honor. So you are not able to present any evidence which shows you IDing my client? Are you able to present that evidence, yes or no, officer?
We physically have the evidence within the MDW of that report. If you want to look at it,
Are you
can go
able
there
to
and see.
present that evidence within the courtroom?
Sir, once again, we are presenting the information. It is in the report. You can
Okay,
verify the report.
I will further my questions. Do you have any evidence to present currently that shows any ballistics confirming that weapons in possession of my client were used at any of those crime scenes?
Can you hear me or can you not hear me?
Yes. Do you have any evidence?
Yes, sir. The physical police report from that scene is admissible in this court and has already been submitted. All that information is within there. If you want to verify it, I ask you to refer back to that.
I'll be back.
Because if you're stating that that evidence is not there, then you would be lying under oath, right?
My final question to you, prosecutor. Do you have any video or body cam evidence showing my client's face?
We do not.
Thank you.
Hey, Bobby, come here.
Go where?
It's no case, my boy.
We can't hear you if you talking, Judge.
Yeah, I'm struggling to.
Did you ask for a recess or did you just walk off?
Oh, my apologies. I'm not sure if you could hear me. I think we're having trouble hearing each other. My bad. My apologies.
No, I was asking about them. I didn't understand why they walked off and didn't say.
I'm not sure what the prosecution is up to at this moment, Your Honor, but I'm
My
not sure if
apologies,
they're
Your Honor.
allowed to do that. Were they allowed to do that? Objection, Your Honor.
They didn't say anything. What was the brief little walk off? What was that about, Mr. Brown?
What was that exchange?
We couldn't hear each other in here.
So how did you know that he was calling you to leave?
Because he walked away, right?
And you just followed him?
I did. I followed my co-prosecutor.
All right, well,
Is
this
there
has
any other
nothing to
questions
do
you
with
got
the
for me?
case, lawyer. We're not going to argue about walking and talking. We're not going to do that. Mr. Bobby Brown, anything you want to add about this evidence? We're going to get to these closing arguments here in a second.
Yeah,
Just take them away.
yes, Your Honor. I'd just like to restate to the courtroom here and yourself. The police report has already been admitted into evidence for this courtroom. Within that police report, there's evidence of Mr. Wanzo Jr.'s pockets, as well as him being ID'd on the scene within PD. I'm not exactly sure why the lawyer is trying to make it seem like we don't have that information. That's already been submitted as evidence. That is all.
All right. Since we went over the evidence.
And my last statement is, can you confirm as to when that evidence was submitted?
Yes, when you open up the video evidence from the body cam, you can confirm the timestamp.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but sure. Appreciate that.
When it was posted.
Yep, I don't know what that means either, but
Well,
appreciate
then it
that.
seems you're unprepared for this court case.
Yeah,
Yep,
very slow.
You could just give a straight answer, or you
This
couldn't.
motherfucker fired this low.
We're ready to move on.
How about we just get into the practice of giving straight answers, people? Yeah. Order?
All right,
Sanity?
Mr. Bobby Brown, I'd like you to give your closing arguments. Say what you've got about every evidence. I've went over the evidence myself. This is just for you guys to argue your case. Give me your last good shot, Mr. Bobby Brown.
Your Honor, citizens of Los Santos, I think that the evidence here today that we presented to everyone in this courtroom, everybody's had the chance to review the evidence, look at the evidence, and indulge in the evidence and really see what happened and what went on that day. The evidence, without a shadow of a doubt, proved that Mr. Wanzo Brown, who was identified on the scene, committed the acts that were, are alleged against him, and that is attempt murder of Elio. I'm not exactly sure why there would be any confusion when you have someone's identification on the scene of the crime, as well as video evidence. In my eyes, and in the eyes of most people, and I hope citizens of Los Santos, that's a pretty open and shut case, Your Honor. That's all I have at this time.
All right, defense.
One second. My apologies, Your Honor. I think the first thing that we should do is attempt to get into the business of being straight and clear, because I believe that you stated that my suspect was identified at the cells, and then you said that he was identified at the scene. So I'm not sure which one was which. But I opened the case today with a very heartfelt and real statement, and that's how I'm going to close it, with reality. Something that the officer touched on himself. Indulgence of reality and what the reality of the city is. And what the reality is that we have a negligent police department. A police department that is good, it's just, it upholds a good part of society, and it protects a good part of the people here. But the reality of the situation is our police department needs work. There are too many holes, there are too many flaws, and there's too many inconsistencies. The level of misconduct that I feel was shown here, not only in the court, but in the evidence shown to me today, in how these officers speak about the people of this city and think about the people of this city. And the person in question today is Juanzo. And I want you guys to realize, judge and jury, that the word used to describe my client at the beginning of this case, menace, it's not the right word. It's just, it's a product of Los Santos, but it's not the man in those videos, and it's not the man so you guys suspect of these crimes. He's just a product of the city, and a product of the negligence, my apologies, of this department. I need some water, guys. Oof. That's it.
Judge.
Good shit, bro.
Any final statements you'd like to make, Mr. Shepard? You got one last thing.
But yeah, last thing I was gonna say is he's telling the court, everybody, that there's a bunch of holes and stuff in this, but I mean, and he's saying that he's not the guy. The body cam shows it. The body cam shows him doing what he was doing. Body cam shows him being ID'd. Body cam shows him. It shows everything. So I just want everybody to notice that everything that we talked about today was in those body cams that you saw of Juanzo Jr.
Body cam don't show me being ID. But go off to this.
No cap.
That is all for me, Your Honor. I unfortunately do not have a team with me. I'm just here by myself. Defending the people who are also in the city by themselves, you know. I appreciate his statement, and in reply to that, all I have to say is God bless. And I respect your decision, Your Honor.
All right, I appreciate that. I asked that you guys give me about 3 minutes.
What we want.
Well, you guys give me, when I come back, you guys give me your recommendations.
Okay.
Whether he's found guilty or not, then we'll go after that. We'll make that decision, cross that bridge.
They never identified me on body cam, bro.
The evidence that they're trying to present is evidence that the court doesn't even have access to. Only the police department has access to.
It ain't in court?
No, they're saying that I have to access it through the MDW, but even if I go in the MDW, it doesn't let me view it.
Man, what the fuck is we talking about some shit that ain't in court for?
That's what I'm saying. Like, only evidence we should be able to use is what was dropped in whitelist. So why didn't you, if it's in the MDW, why couldn't you just drop it in whitelist?
But look though, why the MDW?
I'm confused.
You bringing the MDW to trial, or you bringing the trial evidence to trial?
Everything else was in evidence. Everything else was in whitelist.
Check it out though, real quick. The police report, which is the MDW, was submitted as evidence. You, the lawyer, had a chance to look at that. You have access to that. Whether you
but look though, no, look, right quick. Hold on, listen right quick.
And that wasn't brought to my attention.
Them videos y'all sent and the picture of them pockets y'all sent, y'all ain't put it in there though, did y'all?
I don't know. Shelby, did you put it in there?
Hell no, he
The
didn't. He know
pockets
he
are in
didn't.
Beginning of the trial, you guys
The pockets
stated
is in
that
there. It's somebody's
everything
pockets in there.
every
Hold on.
single thing.
Bitches, you done enough. Listen, somebody pockets is in them evidence for sure. I don't know whose they is because they don't say no name on the pockets in the evidence that you submitted. I don't see no
We don't gotta
MDW
talk about it.
file
We ain't gotta
in
talk
there.
about it.
I don't see no MDW file in there, fam.
Is that, man, there's a file in there, bro.
Where at?
Don't worry about it. You'll see it. Ask your lawyer. Ask your lawyer to go through and look at it.
Hey, it's in that file with in that whitelist shit.
It's not in the whitelist shit. That's what I'm saying.
Report, bro.
It's just in the MDW.
Right. I
I'm
thought all
saying
the
if
trial
it's in the
evidence was the
MDW, why
videos
can't
and
you
that
just put it
little
in the
picture of the
whitelist?
pockets.
Mr. Vicious, real quick, let me ask you a question. If you're representing somebody, wouldn't you want to have all the information before you
Bro.
start talking about it?
I said at the beginning of the trial, I wasn't allowed to subpoena you. You guys didn't subpoena me. So what are you talking about? And as the judge said, this whole trial was thrown together, nigga. So what are you talking about?
So we began on an even playing field, is what you're saying, right?
Nah, nigga, you trying to lean that shit. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a lawyer talking
like that? Yeah.
Get out your feelings, boy.
Yeah.
I'm chilling, man.
Treating his ass.
Hey, watch who you talking to though, gang.
Bobby got his ass treated.
We owe him.
Listen though, it ain't even serious, bro. It's all you feel me? It's just leave it in the courtroom, gang. It's all love.
Bobby, you ain't gonna be outside. You gonna get their ass fucked up, bro.
Listen, man. Listen, leave it in the courtroom, gang.
Your father saying something similar to that.
Where's he at?
Oh shit.
Bobby got his ass
Say less.
fried.
Is that?
Damn.
Is that intimidation from the prosecution?
Damn.
Oh my god, these niggas got it.
That sound like a sorry ass lawyer.
Rat.
It sounds like intimidation from the prosecution, man. Order.
Guys, we don't. Oh, shots so the judge can hear me.
All right.
I don't want any trouble with you guys.
Are you guys ready for my ruling?
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Okay. Well, after taking everything into consideration, I'm gonna make a few suggestions to both parties before I tell you guys my ruling. So, on behalf of the lawyer, son, you didn't defend your client for shit. All you did was talk about how the officers were negligent and how they didn't do their job. You not one time told me anything about the situation that actually happened, the body cam footage. Your whole defense was based off of the officers doing poor work. And I agree. Our officers do a shitty job. And there was a sequence of events where everything went haywire, shit got crazy, and you couldn't seem to understand how the body cams coexisted with each other. And so, PD, you have to do a lot better at, making sure that everything is tight and close and well put together for these court cases, because I believe that people believe there are a lot of loopholes due to the way that things are ran and processed in PD. Everybody gets excited, adrenaline gets to pumping, and people forget their process of doing things and how things are supposed to go. Now, after saying both of those things, I want everybody to understand here that this is all about one thing, and it's about protecting the people of Los Santos. We cannot protect the people of Los Santos if we do not have police. And the matter here today is about a Mr. Wanzo Brown, not Alonzo, Wanzo Brown, allegedly killing multiple officers. And this is not the first incident. This has happened more than once. Happened more than twice.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Now, what I'm
Damn.
saying is we're not going to continue to have this process work the same way. So again, Mr. Wanzo Brown, on the charge of attempted murder of an LEO, ×3, I believe, you are found guilty, young man.
Ain't no motherfucking way.
And I sentence you to the time recommended, which is 99,000 months, 999, sir.
Hold on, gonna hold that shit down.
Going to jail tonight.
And my reasoning is
Yo, that's
because
crazy.
What's your reasoning though, Judge? Because I wasn't identified in that video.
I'm going to tell you, you weren't identified as what you say. But in the MDW report, your lawyer can pull it up right now. Your pockets, along with your ID, are in the MDW report reported by these officers who were key by you witness you kill another officer. You're
But
lying.
at what point in the trial was that brought to our attention? We were told all the evidence was in whitelist, so why would I even look into MDW?
Direct our attention to all the evidence which was in the whitelist, right?
Nobody said nothing about that.
No. Listen,
tamper with shit.
Talking about the trial. Are we bringing the whole police database? Listen, hold on. No. If the report wasn't a part of that, and why wasn't it in the videos where the videos were submitted? Exhibit A, Exhibit B, the picture with the pockets.
Your Honor.
Hold on, but officer, I mean Judge, Your Honor, you understand screenshots do exist, right? They can screenshot my report and put it in the evidence that they submit along with the body cams.
Tell your officer to think about the MDW right now. See what happens.
Not MDW. That's the police database.
Your
Why
Honor.
is the whole police database brought to trial?
Your Honor, I would like to bring to your attention.
Okay, so listen. In trials, right? Listen, no.
Niggas raw as hell.
I'm having an issue with the court right now, right? I'm just trying to understand. I ain't arguing. I ain't begging for you to overturn the decision or none of that. I'm just trying to get some understanding. Feel me? So, going forward, when we have trials,
Yes, sir.
is that what you're saying?
Niggas going to jail. Jail tonight.
Chill out, Marco.
Has access
Oh,
to.
shut up.
There's a report with your name, your pockets, and your ID in it.
Your Honor.
I understand the report. I understand the report. I'm only talking. Let's keep it here. Let's keep it here, Judge. Let's keep it with trial and trial evidence. Let's not talk about the police database. Trial and trial evidence. Evidence that's submitted to trial in order to fight the case and defend the case, right?
So you're saying that they didn't submit the picture of your ID and the report into the whitelist? Is in the whitelist email is what you're saying is the issue.
Your
That's
Honor.
the issue because that's where all the trial evidence was submitted. If that's the case, why submit any evidence there? This is the place for evidence, right? And why are we looking at other places? This is all the places for evidence.
For the case. That is simply for
Your Honor.
For the case. Okay, so that's for the case.
Your lawyer has access to everything I said and everything I'm talking
Your
about.
Honor.
He can look at.
I would like to state.
But look though, Your Honor. The people is entitled to see all the evidence, so it's on them to screenshot and submit. Can they not screenshot and submit the MDW evidence? Yes or no?
Your Honor.
Yes, they can.
They hiding.
I would like to state.
So hold on, just vicious, bro. Stop it, bro. So listen, you said they can screenshot and submit from the MDW, right? So why not do that instead of bringing the whole police database, which is the MDW, into trial evidence?
All right.
Because now that's a whole nother thing. Now who has access to the MDW? Who wrote the report? Like that's a whole nother situation. Now I'm talking about who all has access to the MDW. EMS have it, lawyers have it, police have it. So it could have been tampered with. I mean, it's contaminated. Anybody can fuck with it.
Oh my god.
Mr. Wanzo.
You know what? You just give me my time, bro.
No, hold on. This is important for like future cases, though. Mr. Wanzo, is that the precedent you want to set, like for going forward?
I mean, I feel like going forward, you got trial, right? When you come into trial, you got all the evidence that's submitted, and I understand this was rushed, but y'all still submitted evidence. So if we're gonna use it was rushed, then we shouldn't have submitted nothing and just used any and everything, right? When you got a trial, you submit evidence. This is our case right here.
I get what you're saying.
Both sides argue. You don't go to the police database records. That's not. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I just want you to understand our portion of it too, right? Like your lawyer, if your lawyer didn't have access to that, you know what I'm saying? I would be like, okay, but he had access to that. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have showed you that.
So check this out. By the prosecution,
my thing is this, right?
You open the case by telling me to use the white
If that's the case, hold on, listen. If that's the case, right? If that's the case, you say the lawyer could have just showed me. Could have just showed me everything.
Yeah.
Why not just send him everything then? You feel me?
Well, I feel what you're saying. For sure, but usually we put the evidence in the white list.
Right, so why not screenshot
jail?
and submit to the MDW so the citizens see everything?
Yeah, fuck that nigga. Try to kidnap and bag me. That bitch might come bag me later.
I mean, why show them half of it? Either show them the case or don't show them.
I feel like that if that's the case,
Yeah, I gotta see.
we need a jury so the people can see it.
But the jury, the reason is stay in the jury.
TJ, why motherfuckers
I feel
mad?
like
Because I
that
said,
if
yeah,
that's the
the
case,
big.
jury so the people can see it.
But the jury,
Now, listen to what I'm telling you. Most of it works. That's
Right.
Maybe you'll need
something to.
you kill an officer in jail, you can't say, "Oh, well, I had a mask on." You did it. You had on all oranges. That's a technicality.
I understand the technicalities that we can't help. But one thing we can help is what we submit as evidence to trial, like screenshots of the MDW. That you can't say that's a technicality. We can say it's like, all right, bet this evidence that we submitted ain't shit, so let's go to the MDW because it is in there. You feel me? And let's call it a technicality because we can use that.
This is new though. What you're saying right now is very new to us. We've never done this before, so now you're bringing this up.
That's what I'm
something
saying.
that we've been needing.
You never
screenshot
screenshotted what?
I'm saying anytime we've had a trial, right? It was never a requirement to do that. But this is, you know what I'm saying? This is it's important to hear your feedback, right? So we can
no,
move
look,
forward.
it's never a requirement. It's always been a requirement to bring all the evidence you have and submit it. That's always been a requirement. What y'all got in the MDW? That's evidence.
Yeah, but okay, but let me ask you a question. Does your lawyer have access to that? So let me ask you, Juanzo. If you were representing your lawyer, if you were representing your lawyer, would you have looked at the MDW and verified all the information?
As a lawyer on some real shit, I'm only looking at what's submitted. I gotta fight this shit that y'all submitting. I'm not worried about what's in the MDW. That's the police database.
Any other case, he's gonna look at that MDW.
Yeah, but I hear you.
Hey, look, hey, let me say something. Let me say something, bro.
Let me finish this real quick.
I ain't even hear. I low key ain't even hear y'all bring that up in all the arguments though. I did step away for a minute.
I didn't. I told the court that I'll be dropping white, like, bro.
Oh, hold on, wait. So y'all told the judge y'all was gonna be using the MDW?
Oh hell no.
Oh, that's
what are y'all? What?
Use that in every case.
I know the MDW is a part of the case.
Wait, what
your lawyer knows.
I ain't know that. I ain't know it was. I ain't know that. I ain't know that. I ain't know
When
that.
I told the court,
anytime he has a complaint,
listen,
he just didn't pull it up today. He failed you as a lawyer.
He did.
Man,
fuck that nigga. That nigga tried to bag.
When I told the court that we were using the whitelist emails, bro, that's for the shit, the videos I'm sending. That doesn't mean you can't use that though, bro. You're a fucking goofy.
Hold on.
Like,
What's his lawyer? What's your name?
Look, let's not do that. Let's not.
Nah, look.
We still in the court. We still in the court.
Nah,
we still in court. We still in the courtroom.
Let's be respectful. It's good. Listen, lawyer. What I'm saying is this.
Look.
Look, lawyer. Listen. I'm saying this, right? If you
lawyer, I don't need you in contempt of court.
Hold on, lawyer. Hold on. Listen, chill. We
I don't need you held in contempt, bro. Chill out.
Hear me though, right?
Appeal this shit. Chill out.
So look. Court documents, anything submitted to the court is, subject to review.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
No, Oh, that's
yes.
What are y'all?
I ain't know that. Check this out.
No. Listen, when I told the court that we were using I'm sending, that doesn't mean you can't use that though, bro. You're a fucking goofy.
Hold on.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
No.
Let's be respectful. We still in the court. We still in the court. We still in the courtroom. Let's be respectful.
That's good. Listen, what I'm saying is look, lawyer, listen.
Weird ass nigga.
I'm saying this, right?
Damn.
It's very rough.
I'm saying this. Feel me? Just like with the credit, go after shit we can go after, like the credibility shit. I know dude ain't no medical lead, so I'm gonna try to argue that and shoot their credibility down. You feel me? But nonetheless, the biggest thing, right, was the evidence submitted. Because as a lawyer, I gotta argue and go over with my client the evidence that's submitted. This all the shit we gotta fight. That way, it's no surprises. And that MDW shit that y'all saying just surprised the fuck out of me.
I got a question though, bro. What does that have to do with us? over here because you guys aren't ready. The lawyer didn't come in here prepared to look at an MDW. All the lawyers know that they have access to that MDW. They can search your name. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna let you talk, bro. I'm gonna let you talk real quick, bro. I'm gonna let you talk real quick, bro. Did you call my phone yes or no asking if we needed a lawyer in this courtroom today?
Yeah, I did.
And I told you yes. You can come here, but hurry up because court's about to start.
At what time was that?
It doesn't matter. I'm asking you. Is that did I not ask you?
It does matter. What you mean?
Okay, look.
It was probably about 10 minutes before. It was probably about 10 minutes before.
Exactly.
Grab that, Vicious. Hold on.
What does that have to do with us, though, is what I'm saying. You feel me? Like, what does that have to do with us? It's because you came, like, at that point, you still have that little time if you want to look at that MDW,
Grab that, Vicious.
bro. You have balls to
fighting
do
that
shit
case.
like
I
that,
appreciate you.
Hey, let's go.
Like, that's why, you
I
know
appreciate
what I'm saying?
you.
But, like, the
You
evidence
good? You
thing,
good?
it's
You
smart.
good to go,
good.
Vicious? I'm gonna tap in with you on the appeal type shit. I'm gonna tap in with you.
Hey, Vicious, let me. Yo, chill.
Judge.
Hold on. Hey, I'm
One
gonna
last
chop it
question,
up with
bro.
you after this, all right?
Yep, let him talk. Let him talk. What's up?
So just going forward. I'm gonna take my time. I understand what's going on. I see it is what it is. But listen, going forward, can we only use evidence that's submitted as trial evidence? We can even make a trial evidence. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
for
In the DOJ.
access for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Let's make just a trial evidence, and we can only use what's submitted because
I need
police
lawyers to
database
have
is the
access.
police database. You feel me?
Yes, if lawyers can have access and the higher ups can have access in PD, that will be perfect. So when it comes time for trial, everybody throw their evidence in there. If it's not submitted before we start, it's not admissible.
That's fine, 100%. But check it out, though.
That's fair.
A lawyer, you're a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't submit a police report. So shouldn't he be asking us to submit that police report? Asking us if we have that police report so he can look over it for you?
I'm gonna
Never
keep it a buck.
asked. You
I'm
feel
gonna keep it a
what I'm
buck, bro.
saying? You feel
Look.
what I'm saying, though?
Nobody. I'm gonna be keeping it a buck. I don't feel like nobody just straight up wrong. It's shit that we could have did on our end. It's shit y'all could have did on your end. Is both sides. We learning. That's all it is. We learn as we go. It is what it is.
Can you see to that they add that in the for
Yeah,
future cases?
We gonna put it together. We gonna put it together for sure.
All right, bet.
All right, so did we talk about Tom? We came down to the sentence, but
Yeah, now you said 99,000.
Alrighty.
See you tomorrow, Mr. Frank.
All right, bet.
I'm chopping up with you.
Yeah, lock this door, gang.
Recruit, open the door.
Good looking, bro. We going on this, but yeah. That's your coney dog, bro. You heard me? That's your coney dog, yeah? Come on. Hey, if a nigga pull up trying to ride with us, they got a lick. We don't